My cabinet colleagues, Your Excellency and Excellency the ambassadors, representatives of international organizations, friends from media, all dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you all for accepting our invitation to attend the announcement ceremony of the Sagarmatha Samvad. Today, I'll briefly talk about Nepal's flagship dialogue forum on contemporary issues of global significance. We are living through a crucial period of human society, human history. The frontiers of technology are expanding, unleashing immense opportunities as well as challenges. The geopolitical landscape is in a flux. We are seeing peace held hostage by armed conflicts in many parts of the world. Multilateralism is facing a crisis of confidence. Globalization has made the world like a smaller neighborhood. However, the gulf of inequality has not narrowed yet. Rather, it is on its inexorable rise. The issue of global human mobility is impacting many countries, those that can be called as sources as well as destinations. Liberating the bottom billion from the shackles of poverty is still a tall task. Our patterns of consumption and production are not sustainable at all. Many industrialized countries have enriched themselves at the expense of nature. Such trends have also exacerbated the issue of climate change. Disasters induced by erratic climate have cost many lives and made the road to development even costlier. Long story short, we are globally facing polycrisis. Then the question arises, how did we arrive at this stage and what can we do about it? In responding to these questions, I recall the Sanskrit maxim of Vade Vade Jayate Tattvabodha. This means knowledge is produced through discourses. That underscores the value of deliberations to distill the truth. This is my conviction too. The response to my melodies of today should rest on collective contemplation and shared reflections. An open dialogue is crucial to addressing contemporary issues and finding the compass for navigating the road rife with polycrisis. It is with this realization that the idea of Sagarmatha Samvad was conceived in 2019. But the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic stalled our initial plans to host the first edition of this dialogue. Dear all, there is indeed no lack of dialogue forums in the world. In such a context, Nepal Sagarmatha Samvad or Sagarmatha Dialogue will add value for at least three reasons. First, the domestic success stories of Nepal. While it is easy to succumb to cynicism, we must not forget the gains that Nepal has made in recent years. Our homegrown peace process has much to offer to the world. Through people's participation and representation, we have an inclusive democracy, and we are making our full efforts to make democracy comprehensive across all dimensions. We are trailblazers in women's empowerment and political participation. The hitherto marginalized sections of society are increasingly coming into the mainstream. With political issues largely settled, we are fully focused on socio-economic transformation. Our national aspiration, Prosperous Nepal, Happy Nepali, is rooted in economic equity and social well-being. Second, the unique historical outlook of Nepal. Historically, we have a long legacy as a land of sages and seekers. The wisdom of ancient philosophers still resonates today. This has shaped our worldwide to seek. This has shaped our worldview to seek global harmony, peace, and security. Third, the location that Nepal offers. If one sees the map, we are very much in the heart of Asia, while the center of economic gravity is shifting to Asia. Our location is immense prospects to be a convening venue for global dialogues. Moreover, we have been a staunch supporter of multilateralism and rule-based international order. Our foreign policy is that of amity with all and enmity with none. We not only value world peace, but have also actively contributed to it through our participation in peacekeeping. Nepal is increasingly an important voice in issues of climate change, migration, and sustainable development. In this backdrop, we plan to organize the Sagarmatha Samvad biennially, focusing on pertinent themes and important issues of global and regional significance. This also aligns with Nepal's consistent policy of promoting global understanding and cooperation through dialogue, consensus building, and collaboration. Thus, the Samvad originates in deep conviction and faith in the nations of the common good and the collective well-being of humanity. To start with, we have decided to conduct the first edition of Samvad in May 2025 on climate change, mountains, and the future of humanity. While we announce the Samvad today, we are also expressing the solidarity with the urgent call reflected in UN's International Year of Glaciers Preservation 2025 to preserve the fast receding glaciers and raise awareness on the importance of Earth's rare resources like snow-capped Himalaya and slow-moving but fast depleting glaciers. Ladies and gentlemen, the first edition of Samvad will deal with the question of climate change, especially in the context of mountains. Climate change is not only a part of the policy crisis that the world faces today. It could equally morph into the perma-crisis that would hover above the heads of coming generations. This year alone, We have seen many disasters in all kinds of places. The fury of nature has not spared even those countries with sophisticated economies and technology. The fallouts of climate change will be even more disastrous in the world doesn't halt if the world doesn't halt the march of folly. As we can see, climate change is hitting the high mountains and coastal areas the hardest. And Himalayas are no exceptions. Due to elevation, development, warming, the temperature of our mountains is increasing faster than the global average. Nepal's snow-capped mountains serve as a natural stabilizer for the planet's climate. The Himalayas are often referred to as the third pole due to their significant important impact on maintaining the health of the oceans. These snow-clad peaks function as heat sinks. Their glaciers and snow melt feed rivers that sustain vegetation, ecosystems, and the lives of the people living downstreams. The global water tower is sadly drying out. Indeed, there is an inherent connection between mountains and oceans, with many ecosystems relying on each other. Consequently, any ecological changes in the mountains can have widespread effects around the planet, including impacts on coastal regions, small islands, states, and oceans. The rapid melting of snow and unpredictable precipitation have transformed once snow-clad, glittering white mountains into black rocks. Our naked eyes can see the fast depleting ice coverage in Ganesh, Dorje Lakpa Himal from the roof of the buildings. And the worry is not that the mountains are becoming less picturesque. It is not a question of whether the mountains are still photographic. The very survival of people, societies, and culture is at the stake in the context of climate disasters. What we went through in 2024 in Thame is the Everest region during the glacier lake, in the Everest region during the glacier lake outburst flood, and in Bagmati province during the incessant post-monsoon powering were natural emergencies posing threat to survival, sustenance, and progress of a mountainous country like Nepal. Such incidents have now become more routine phenomena rather than rare disasters. The immense scale of destruction from such events makes our recovery and reconstruction efforts daunting given the availability of limited resources. Despite our minimal carbon footprint, Nepal faces devastating climate impacts. However, Nepal is committed to achieving net zero emissions by 2045 and implementing ambitious climate plans. We have expanded forests, promoted clean energy, and safeguarded biodiversity. Yet our efforts alone cannot suffice, and we cannot forever overcompensate for the complacency of those who are historically responsible for the climate crisis. And I believe that the first edition of Sagarmatha Samvad will provide an open platform to discuss these issues in earnest. We look forward to your full support to make the Sagarmatha Samvad a success. I firmly believe this platform will inspire collaboration, innovative solutions, and renewed political will. I urge friendly nations, the international community, and organizations to join hands with us in making the Samvad a success. Together we can forge a sustainable and equitable future, a future of resilience against polycrisis. I thank you.